A bunch of new LEGO Star Wars 2025 August sets just got revealed, and I think this is going to be one of the most controversial new waves ever. So in this video, I'm going to be covering all the sets and figuring out exactly why they're controversial. Are they low on quality? Are they too expensive? Or are the minifigures really that bad? So what's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam. And first, let's dive into the smallest set of the wave, and it seems pretty overpriced. However, please watch this full video because I'm going to be covering some sets that are even worse priced than this. Anyway, this is the 327th Star Corps Clone Trooper Battle Pack. The set has 4 identical 327th troopers who are so amazing to finally be getting new variations of. We also get 3 super battle droids, a yellow AT-RT, and a spider droid as well. The figures here actually look pretty good in my opinion, despite some of the typical issues with clones, not including waist capes, which let me just say, cost barely nothing for LEGO to include, but they would go such a long way to make the figures look better. Supposedly, they don't include them because kids can't figure out how to sit the figures down with them on, or maybe, I don't know, they could just take them off. Regardless, the new pauldron looks pretty cool, and the builds are decent enough for this set, with the AT-RT looking a little bit smaller than the last one we got, which is actually great because it was pretty oversized to begin with. However, why is this set $45? Literally, on shelves at the same time as this set will be this battle pack from last year, which has 2 extra battle droids and is literally $15 less. What would you prefer? 2 of these new battle packs or 3 of the older ones? Both cost $90. I'm pretty sure I know which one I would be choosing. The price is just crazy to me, so this one will definitely be a clearance pickup. There's then the Force Burner Snowspeeder from Rebuild the Galaxy, which actually again looks really cool. It's kind of like the Ganache Bricks Lava Speeder,
with a look at the LEGO Star Wars Lava Speeder,
which has now finally come to life. Please let me know in the comments though if you remember Ganache Bricks. Anyway, this one comes with some awesome figures, especially this new Duro called Solitus, who looks awesome. Anyway, there's a new cockpit piece, which is great, but again, the price on this one at $55 is high, very high.
It's high.
The last Snowspeeder was a lot at $40 already, and this is a few years later, now including some extra builds, but this is still just a really rough price, even though it's probably one of the more palatable from this entire wave. In saying that though, this next set is what I think to be the best price set of the wave, and this is a new V19 Torrent at $65. This one has 3 absolutely phenomenal minifigures, finally getting an accurate clone pilot with an amazing new helmet mold. We then get Asajj Ventress, which I'll be so happy to finally own this character with such a vibrant purple color, which is very reminiscent to her original appearance in that first Clone Wars movie. But the best figure here is the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, who's just going to pair so nicely with that Mace Windu from a few years back, with some amazing arm printing. The build again looks really nice here. It's just really downscaled to the point where it almost looks a bit cartoonish. The set has a fair number of pieces, but once again uses so many small parts. So this goes to show how this whole 10 cents per piece as an indicator of whether a set is of good value or not has kind of gone out the window. This is probably the most well-rounded set of the wave, I think, which is truly saying something considering this definitely has its own shortcomings. Next up at $70 is Jango Fett's Starship, or Slave 1 as most of us remember it, and this set looks perfect. Yes, it's downscaled from what we've seen before, but the figures here are incredible, especially Lama Su, and the Slave 1 build doesn't look proportionately wrong like the V19 does in my opinion. It's just like the whole ship has been shrunk. This set just falls short though in its price, which you may be thinking, the set has 707 pieces, so for $70, that's a really good deal for LEGO Star Wars in 2025. But let's compare this to something like the previous Slave one from 2021. That set was $50, so $20 cheaper, and is essentially just a copy-paste build. So you might be thinking, where are the extra sort of 500 pieces gone that were in that set? Okay, so maybe a few are in the build has changed slightly, but so many of the pieces are now completely in this over-designed speeder or transporter thing that doubles as a stand for the ship. In 2021, that part was no more than about 30 pieces that just used like a single ladder piece to connect to the ship and keep it upright, which I think the set totally needs. It looks so much better in its proper flight mode. But now this has just been so over-engineered to the point where it's using so many pieces to achieve the exact same functionality that the previous one had. And this is, again, some sort of hidden part inflation that goes on in LEGO to make something supposedly worth $20 more than it was in 2021. Like, yes, the set should cost more than the other one since it has an extra figure, but it's just not worth that extra 20 bucks. Okay, so we now have 2 sets left, both being the most expensive of the wave. But just quickly, if you haven't made it this far in the video, please subscribe to help us reach our goal of 40,000 so that I might be able to afford some of these sets one day. But I want to start with the Battle of Felucia Separatist MTT. This set looks incredible. Like, genuinely, just wow. As a fan of the Clone Wars since I was a little kid, this set looks so amazing. At 976 pieces, you get a blue and grey coloured MTT, which looks smaller than the 2007 one, but it's more compact and just so much cleaner. You get Ayla Secura, who personally I don't really care for since I have the older one, but also Clone Commander Bly, who despite the waist cape looks great. There's then a plethora of battle droids and 3 commando droids as a total surprise. These look pretty cool in my opinion. They're not dark brown, but gunmetal grey instead. I've seen a few people say that in some of the video games like Jedi Survivor, they did look more grey than brown. Once again though, this set is terribly priced at $160. Like, if you take this set, compare it to a new Ninjago set like the Destiny's Bounty, which yes is $40 more than this set, so this is not a one-to-one comparison, but look at both these sets and just how much more you're getting in the Temple Bounty. Like, if that set is $200, then this one should be, you know, at most $120. So this now brings me to the biggest heartbreak of this wave for me, which is set 75413, the Republic Juggernaut. This set is something that I've wanted my whole life. I know that people wanted a UT-80, which is fine, but I don't think we should hate on this set simply because it's not something else, even if it was probably never even supposed to be. To first start off with the figures, once again, minus the waist capes, these clones look top notch. The Marines look stellar with a new helmet mold, and once again, Bakara gets another new helmet mold, even though it's a little bit chipmunky. There's then some droids and Ki-Adi-Mundi, which again, I don't care for since I have the older ones, but you also, of course, then get the Republic Juggernaut or Turbo Tank itself. This is a smaller rendition using just 813 pieces, but man, this set looks so clean. It has a mostly tiled off design, which in my opinion looks so good, but the kicker is that once again, this set is $160. Firstly, that is an absurd price, but secondly, for those looking at the piece count thinking that this is, you know, double the classic 10 cents per piece mark, it's actually even worse than that, because this time, LEGO has brick built the wheels to even inflate that part count more. Don't get me wrong, I think these wheels look cool. I think they look probably better than the older ones, but they're adding an extra like 100 pieces to this part count, therefore making it seem like a supposed better deal when this set would have only had about 700 pieces if they had used those bigger one-piece molds. I just don't know what LEGO is trying to do at this point. Are they pricing their sets for discounts? Are they trying to save every possible penny? I seriously don't know. Anyway, I have nagged a whole bunch in this video and I don't want it to seem like I hate these sets. I think some of these sets are so cool. They're awesome. The designers are doing a great job in making these, but I just can't justify the prices until they are on a serious almost 40% discounts, and then I would consider picking some of these up. So please let me know in the comments, will you be picking up any of these sets at their full retail price? With that being said, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.